Hey everybody, welcome to the show today. Today's episode is brought to you by DB. DB is a Scandinavian brand that makes backpacks and bags to help people on the move stay ready for anything from the streets to the peaks. DB's gear is travel tested by some of the world's best athletes, adventurers, and creators. Over the past decade, DB has designed and developed, released, and refined the best bags in the market. With DB's patented hookup system, you are able to attach smaller products to your backpack, roller, or tote. I know the one that I have my own is that Storm bag. It looks sleek. It looks like it can handle all my stuff, and it just looks great. I need a bag I use a bag almost every day just for work and to the gym. So these bags are just, I know they'll do the job. So today we are teaming up with DB to exclusively offer our listeners 10% off your next purchase by using the code POD10 or going to the link in our show notes. DB, it's time to move on. Time to get going. By the way, that's a sweet, epic beard you're rocking.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
How long you been working that thing?
Probably had to shave to cut my hair in like 2 years or so.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Is this just something you wanted to do, or something new you're trying, or?
It's actually just doing nothing. You know, it's like the opposite. It's like just I literally don't have to fucking do anything. You know.
Okay.
I like that better.
Oh man, like I'm always jealous of people with beards like that. I mean, just cause I've never been able to grow. Like I'm like real patchy with my facial hair. I mean, like the coolest thing I ever fucking did was just shave my head, I guess. But
well, you got to keep up with that. You got to do that like fucking every 6 hours or some shit to keep it like as smooth as it looks right now.
I might as well, dude. I do it every night, man. But yeah,
sorry, man. It's a lot of work. Like that's why.
I mean, at first, man, it sucked though, just because I didn't really know what the fuck I was doing. So I was cutting my hair or not cutting my head in small little pieces like you would on your face. That's it. So just I do like an old school razor and just get after it like that. But you use beard oils and stuff in yours?
None of that. No, I don't. Just don't do anything, man.
Gotcha.
Like
yeah, gotcha.
The opposite of that.
And I'm really asking the hard questions tonight with our facial hair stuff. But anyway, let's get into your background. Oh, I might ask your favorite color later, so be prepared on that one, Anthony. It's a real humdinger I got. So yeah, you're a comedian, you're an actor, you got your own podcast. I mean, is this something you've always been doing your whole life, or did you just start it, or?
Well, the podcast thing's like something that like didn't exist when I was a kid. You know, you had to like get a job at a radio station and all that and stuff. I feel like to even get into something like this, but yeah, no, I just I wanted to be a rock star and then I wasn't talented, so I just went with comedy because it's easier. You know?
You were a rock star. You want to be a rock star, but you wasn't talented, huh?
Basically, yeah. So I mean, I can't play any instruments very well, and I wouldn't want to listen to anything I wrote, you know. So I figured like comedy would be a better route, and then I got lucky enough to be in like movies and stuff. I was making fun of people on the internet a lot, and that's how I got into comedy. I got asked to go on a tour and stuff.
I kind of feel like comedy would almost be harder to get into, just because. I mean, I don't know the game, and as you probably already know, I'm not a comedian myself, but. From what I follow, some of the bigger names, Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, Theo Von, and Nikki Glaser, Wiki Comics, all that. But it seems like based on their come-ups, it seems like kind of a hard thing to get into. Does that kind of make sense?
I don't know. I don't know what they did, but like, I was just making fun of people on Facebook. Got like 1 million followers, and
damn,
was writing articles and fucking just like toured. Was asked to tour pretty much. I was asked to tour before I even did an open mic or anything. I had no idea how to do comedy. I just like, they're like, you want to go on this tour? And I'm like, yeah, I could do. I just like pretend like I could do it and just went with it, you know.
So you're just kind of faking it till you make it right there at the beginning.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I didn't know. You couldn't have told me that at the time, but I mean, but yeah, looking back, I feel like, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like going from like making fun of people on Facebook when I was bored, you know, to like, so then I wrote articles and stuff, and then I got banned from writing articles, so I went to comedy too, I think. Because like I would make fun of so much shit that people would just get mad, and then I just like move into this like cancel culture thing where like the cancel culture completely canceled culture. So there's no more culture anymore.
So wait, you mean like Facebook banned you from? Did you get one of those bans, or?
Well, no, I lost my verified Facebook with 1 million people. I lost my verified Twitter like at a different time, and then so I've lost accounts. But I meant like I wasn't able to write for any publication after an article I wrote went viral. It was like a joke. I was like just making fun of shit, and and the page that I wrote it for like published it like it was news, and it was like a satire article, and everybody got like mad and stuff, and then like I couldn't write for Funny or Die or any of these places anymore, and like so then I think that's kind of how I went to comedy. I was making fun of people in articles and like on the social media, and then like I want to be a writer first, probably, you know.
Oh, okay. So you were just okay. That makes sense. But so how recent was that when they banned you? Was that a couple of years?
Twitter was just recently. Facebook was a couple years ago. I can't even have a Twitter anymore. They won't even let me create an account.
I mean, that's bullshit. I mean, just
it is.
They just, when I say they, I mean, obviously, I heard somebody call it the other day a virtual government, that they have the right to basically ban whoever they want. And just basically, if you were just writing for comedy, you weren't even probably, were they taking it out of context or what? I mean.
Oh, yeah. And plus, I mean, I was being a dick, you know, but I'm not trying to act like I wasn't, but it was just to entertain myself. Like, but no, it was just like, they just stole they just deleted my account, deactivated my account, banned me from anytime I create a new one. It's like they email me and be like, "Oh, you're trying to evade your ban or something." Like they have all these like made up rules. I don't understand what they are. I thought we still had like free speech and like freedom of press and all these things, but it just turns out it's always been a lie. I guess I don't know.
I mean, it basically is just because I've been catching up on I was talking with somebody else about ivermectin, and apparently if you talk about that on YouTube or not necessarily talk about it, but I guess if you're recommending people to take ivermectin, do you know what ivermectin is?
Yeah.
So apparently YouTube is saying like, hey, we're going to demonetize all your videos if you even bring that word up.
Or they're not going to give you 15 cents anymore.
I guess not.
Yeah, fucking. I mean, there's like 5 people that make money off YouTube. So you're really hitting us in their pocketbooks, YouTube. But no, I just think like I think even if you say the ivermectin argument's wrong. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I don't know either way. I'm saying say it's wrong. You shouldn't censor people. Like it just doesn't matter. And that's what they did this whole like pandemic thing is like they just like anyone that said this is bullshit just gets deleted from social media. I mean, they deleted a sitting president. That's insane.
Exactly, and I don't know if it's their CEO or if they have an algorithm or when I say they or people behind the screens, but I mean, yeah, like kind of what we're saying, like who has the right to judge on like what can be on Twitter or Facebook and who, and what doesn't have the right to be on there. I mean,
yeah, we have like the common arguments like, well, it's a private business can operate however it wants to, and then like, but like, except for be open, like right, they were like told they couldn't be open, but like, but they can censor people. It's just there's no consistency in their bullshit, exactly. Really,
Exactly.
It's like I feel like a 8-year-old's lying to me trying to like skip school or something. I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. I'm like, lie to me better,
Yeah, I mean, especially doesn't make sense. I mean, doesn't the Taliban have a Twitter account?
Yeah. I have to join the. I was thinking about joining the Taliban so I could get back on Twitter. I was debating it.
Well, hey man, whatever you got to do. I mean, did you enjoy Twitter? I mean, I've never been a big Twitter guy, but I hear it's like a bunch of apes throwing shit against the wall on that thing.
It was fun talking shit, but that's about it. I just make fun of everybody. Like, I mean, that's why I got banned. I was just making fun of everybody. Like, I was running for office too, and I think they got mad. I was running for Congress at the same time, and like I came in like second place, and like I was just talking shit the whole time. Like, so I think they're just like kind of like oh shit, he's going against our agenda. And, like, don't like I'm not really doing. I mean, I was like I don't know, like just saying some shit that's obvious. Like people should be like have representatives that represent the people type shit, and like not lobbyists and all that stuff. And I took no money from donations and stuff, and I made the other person look retarded, basically, because they took like $1 million from a community they love and shit, and I was just like, I don't want to take any money. I think that's panhandling, and just call them panhandlers and shit. And like they just like,
yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I saw that I saw that you ran for political office or House of Democrats or Congress, whatever you just said. But did that think you put you more into the spotlight just because you became a political figure?
To a degree, I mean, I was in movies before that and stuff, but I think like I think to a degree, I think more people came to my podcast after they like found out what I was about, and like I think the person I ran against is a nightmare. So like, there's a lot of people that just like that signed with me over her just being a complete nightmare. Trying to defund the police and the Pentagon, whatever dumb shit she says.
She actually was one of those people who were saying defund the police.
Yeah, it's like a radical, like kind of lunatic.
Yeah, just almost so far left that there's no way coming back from any kind of middle ground.
Yeah, yeah. Not like there's some good Democrats. I mean, like Harry S. Truman, he was from Missouri and stuff. I'm from Missouri. I mean, we had FDR. We had some good Democrats back in the day, to be honest. I mean, but I mean, they're just swooped by radicals. It seems like they're just like, I mean, they're just trying to destabilize the country. That's all it seems like.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, that's just what it seems like. That just because I didn't want this to turn political, but we can go down a little bit of this road just because I feel pretty ignorant when I start talking about politics. But so you might have to talk to me like I'm five on some of this. But anyway, yeah. But I mean, it just seems like the country just got completely divided, and that we're so far left and or so far right that do you think that there should almost be a third party?
Yeah, I mean, there are other parties that just don't ever win. I mean, there's a Libertarian Party. They just never fucking win an election. It's just like, I mean, it just depends, man. I think both parties should be. I mean, there should be a pendulum kind of going back and forth, and like the left is good for like social programs and like pretending to care about poor people, and like I'm just joking. And then like, but they're more fake. But I mean, it should go back and forth. I mean, we wouldn't have these destroyed inner cities if they went left and right. We wouldn't have these like, and we would have maybe more lax drug laws or something if it would Democrat every once in a while. So like there's some good things that are out of both. I mean, I think libertarian ideology is probably best that just the party doesn't win. And I think that I don't know. It needs to go. You need both. You can't just argue. You can't just stop talking to your fucking grandma because you disagree with her politically. It's just kind of a dumb thing to do. It's like you're allowed to talk to people that you disagree with. It seems like we forgot that, and I feel like they're trying to push us into a civil war or something. Like just like so we all just kill ourselves or something.
Well, that's what it almost was. That I mean, kind of got a couple different thoughts, but just I mean, it's almost became that people just want to be so right that it doesn't matter if you can find like a middle ground, and if you are not with agreeing with whatever I would say, for example, that it's just automatically just throwing hate towards everybody. But did you watch that Into the Storm? Yeah. So that guy was on Joe Rogan the other day, and I was listening to him, and he was actually talking about how he thought on January 6th, based on everything coming up from that point right there, that it was going to be a civil war that day, and it was just like less happened than what he thought was going to happen. Like he thought it was going to be all out anarchy. Yeah,
I think they're trying to push us that way. Like, in my opinion, I mean, I don't have like, I don't know. I'm not trying to die on this hill. But I feel like it's the Chinese Communist Party. I think they're influencing America and funding the divide on both sides. And they're black. They make all of our phones and electronics so they can watch us all the time. So they blackmail us. Sure. When high officials do fucked up shit. I mean, they have them on audio and video sometimes too. And then if you're squeaky clean and you're in a position like Facebook or something like that, they then pay you money. Like Reddit collected like $300 million last year from the Chinese Communist Party. I mean, the company was Tencent, but they're owned by the Chinese Communist Party. And like, I mean, I think we're being influenced by communist countries to make us argue and to stabilize. And like, I mean, the vaccine argument, I mean, we're getting rid of half our fucking military because they won't take the vaccine. So, I mean, we're basically getting rid of all these federal and important jobs because of all these like weird divides and,
Yeah, I agree 100%. It seems like, China's trying to be if not, they're going to be trying to become the ultimate higher power in the world. And I mean, if they can, I guess, use anything against us and kind of like, obviously put a virus on the inside and just let it kill us from themselves. Yeah. I mean, it's like the perfect crime, I guess, so to speak. I don't know. Perfect war.
Yeah. It's like the art of war. It's like they want to fight on. That's how they fight wars. They don't want to fight in combat. They want to destroy the nation from within before they attack. I mean, that's kind of what the entire art of war was about. I mean, that Chinese military guy.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's just fucking boring. Evil's so boring. It's like I just want to fucking eat Chipotle and have fun and stuff, man. These people are fucking being retarded now.
Well, so have you always been interested in politics, or is this just something that just came?
I mean, to a degree, man. But like, I think this times got so ridiculous. Nobody was. I mean, in the spot I was running for, this lady was just like a liar. Like she pretended to be a nurse and like a pastor and like a good mom and all these. She was just like showboating, pretending to be the moral high ground. And I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like when I saw this, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like no one's going to say something about this. And like, it's just like kind of just got really annoying. And like, I really loved the area of St. Louis where I live in and stuff. And like, I was just seeing it get worse and worse and worse by just these like con artist liars, just like panhandling for money. It just got old. And I wanted to try to change things up. Even if I didn't win, I wanted to show people you could run for office with no money and that you could almost win, I guess. I mean, I didn't win, but I mean, I came in second place, I guess. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. I mean, shit. So how'd you do your campaign though? I mean, did you have fundraising or did you just do it all yourself?
Entirely on the internet. I didn't take a dime.
Nice.
I refused all money. I probably refused hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, if I was to go back and this guy offered me 10 grand and this guy offered me blah, and this guy offered me $500, you know, if I went through that and all that, I'd probably be a couple $100 grand, you know. I said no to all that. People were offering me billboards. I said no to that. I mean, it's dumb marketing wise, but I wanted to see if I could win on my own with no real. I mean, I had help from people spreading the word and stuff, and people told each other, you know.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't have so much as a flyer, man. I spent $28, and that was what the articles were saying. I only spent $28 the whole time, like for a website and some business cards.
That's all you spent was just that. That's bad.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was just take that little just to run for office like that.
That's what I kind of want to prove. Because I mean, we can get our way out of this corporate dictatorship if we could just like all stand up for ourselves. You know, it's like that's kind of like even if I didn't win my first election, I mean, I think I could still come back. You know.
What do you think you're going to run again?
Oh, definitely.
When is that? I don't.
Next year. I sign up next year, early next year, and then the election's like a couple months after that.
Do you think what do you do different this time? Will you try to put more into marketing or?
I'll do door to door more, man. Because like you couldn't do door to door. You'd scare all these Democrats. You know, they believe that story like hardcore. Like in my town's mostly Democrats. I mean, they believed that like they were gonna die or something, and they felt like they had to wear dirty cloth over their face or they would fucking die. Just kind of so I couldn't knock on their doors. What I'm saying, I would have fucking been the boogeyman to them. You know?
Yeah. I mean, does the door to door still stuff work though?
It does if you relate to the person. I mean, if you're like, I mean, I think if you literally, what I do differently is I don't really go and I'm like, oh, I'm about this and I'm about this and I'm about this. Just straight up lie to people. Like, I just like kind of ask them what they want me to do. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like when I win, like, like, how can I represent you? That's like my job.
For sure.
Like my opinion's like 300,000th of like the opinion that matters, you know, like everyone's opinion in the district matters and country and state and whatever else, you know?
Yeah. I like how you said that, just trying to relate to the person and just asking them like, hey, how can I help you out, bro? Like, what's up?
Yeah.
Man?
And take a list, like fucking like list this shit up, like actually listen to them. I mean, that's, you're supposed to represent the people. You're not supposed to represent the banks and lobbyists and the corporations and Silicon Valley and pharmaceuticals and, you know.
Well, that's what for the people, that's what them old papers that are in Washington are supposed to say, right?
No, yeah. It doesn't seem like they read those at all, you know?
Yeah. What are those anymore? I mean, somebody said, like, you know, those things were made like 200 years ago. Like, y'all didn't write any different shit yet? I mean, you know, maybe not even 200, 300 years ago. What was it, 1776? So.
Yeah. I think they got it down the first time, you know. I mean, they may have made some amendments so other people that don't own land can enjoy their life. But outside of outside of a couple mistakes like that, I mean, the Bill of Rights is pretty fucking on point. I mean, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, they did pretty well with it. I mean, you know, I just feel, you know, well, I wanted to say this earlier, but, you know, it's talking about Twitter and Facebook and stuff, but people have used that as this, you know, to weaponize themselves just with anything they say. And all of a sudden, you know, other people will get behind them, just like the QAnon stuff, like we were just talking about Into the Storm. And it's just like, hey, what type of people are we getting in on this? And I'm not saying you shouldn't do that or anything, but hey, you shouldn't always be that gullible. You maybe do your own homework and see what you're really getting into behind stuff. And I think it's where a lot of people fail to do stuff now. So you have an idiot like me say something ridiculous, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm with that bald-headed fuck. Let's do it." And it's like, if you're getting your news from me, man, you shouldn't. You should have did that. So.
Well, and I think we're all just people, man. So like, it doesn't like people will just like show me an article that's typed as like evidence for something that happened. I'm like that. I mean, that proves somebody typed that. But I mean, what the fuck? People are just so fucking down. They just want to argue about everything. Like, and it's getting better now. It seems like though. It was really tense for like a second now.
Is that just because Trump's out of office and everyone got what they wanted? When you say it's getting better?
Man, I don't know if anybody got what they want with Joe Biden, but they at least don't have Trump, I guess, huh? Like,
well, I think that's what the argument is that, or not even an argument, but it's just like, hey, we got something, we got him out of office, and we didn't get what we wanted, but we got something.
Yeah, they're like, now we got a guy that can't complete his sentence and shits his pants, like fucking like hooray, you know? It's fucking insane, man. Like, Joe Biden is fucking terrifying as a president leading this ship, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I didn't want this to get too political, but Just that's. I mean, and we're already down that road. But anyway, we're just the way he says things, and I don't know, and like he's gotten more open about it. People actually are helping him out. But that one statement where he was talking about like corn pop, and that one speech like talking about corn pop and like something about his legs or something. It was just like, what the fuck are you doing, Joe? Like, I don't even.
He has nuclear launch codes, bro. Like, what I mean? That's terrifying.
Exactly.
Like that guy shouldn't even like fucking run a Starbucks, Yeah. To be honest, like I don't think he could even run a fucking Starbucks. Like, but he's running America right now, supposedly. I mean, actually, probably Nancy Pelosi is, but whatever, and fucking Barack Obama and like the same people using Joe Biden as their term or whatever. But we'll pretend like Joe Biden came up with this master plan himself and cheated to win and all this stuff. We'll pretend like he did all of it, even though he can't form a sentence.
Yeah, I mean, but isn't he has most of the what is it called, unapproved ratings?
Yeah, he has the most votes of every president, supposedly. Out of any president that was ever elected, he has more votes, supposedly. But no one ever, there's arenas cheering fuck Biden. Like, I just don't even, like, I can't even pretend to believe this. Like,
yeah. And Nancy Pelosi, I mean, she doesn't even, they keep her kind of hidden now, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, you probably have to. The country's probably pissed.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, well, let's move on from politics and talk about something a little bit more happier subject. So, with your comedy, is it like stand-up style? When you say
yeah, I do stand-up comedy mostly. I'm trying to write some comedy movies and stuff, but yeah, no, it's stand-up comedy right now.
And how, are you touring, or like how's that going on?
Right now, I'm kind of just doing shows here in St. Louis and like this surrounding area, and I'm building a bus and turning it into an RV right now. So I'll be able to tour. I'll tour soon, like in a really nice situation. But no, I'm just kind of building up and seeing what comedians I can bring on tour around here. So I'm just kind of like setting up like camp really out here. Like my buddy's got a couple bars, and we just kind of do open mic nights and just whatever, and just finding new talent and stuff. I'm basically stacking up, and then I'm gonna try and record a special and tour and stuff.
Nice. So, you said you pretty much started off you just making fun of people on the internet and stuff. So, are you actually writing out skits right now, or?
Man, I do, but I never use them.
Okay.
I probably have 7 comedy specials written out, and I'll probably never use them for a comedy special. And the same thing with like the sets. Like I'll freak out, and I'll be like, oh man. I'll go in like Booking Zone or something where I book like a bunch of shows. I'm like, oh man, I have a bunch of shows. I better get something together,
Yeah.
And then I write something out, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm not nervous anymore, and then I just never use it.
So you just go with whatever you're feeling like right there at the moment?
Yeah. I just kind of just do whatever I want, like pretty much. And like sometimes it's awesome, sometimes it's bullshit. I mean, it just depends. And most of the time, people at least think it's not bullshit, but I feel like it's bullshit sometimes.
Well, is that kind of doing all these different open mic shows and stuff? Is that you just kind of working out your material and then like, ooh, I can say this a better way next time, or?
Yeah, no, it's totally that. And I hadn't before last week. I probably hadn't done a show in like fucking like a year or two, So I was like, because everyone's doing those fucking online shows and they just look stupid. So I just like, in my opinion, I mean, to each their own. But I'm saying it didn't work
the
for
Zoom stuff. Oh yeah, that's
it works for podcasts, but nothing else. I feel like maybe a business meeting that could have been an email or something, But outside of that, it's like, I mean, we hadn't done shows still, and then I jumped on my buddy's open mic night, and then I jumped on we had a show Saturday for my buddy's birthday. So put together a bunch of comics, and like every time we're doing this, I mean, we've done this 3 or 4 times now in the last 2 weeks, so. Every time we got 3 new people coming to try to do comedy. So it's like, we're kind of putting together something right now. It seems like it's just kind of interesting. Like a bunch of funny friends and a bunch of funny people are kind of coming together right now. It seems like we're kind of figuring out what we're doing.
So you said this is the first time in obviously a year or two. I mean, is this because obviously of COVID? So you're just shaking the rust off now, getting back going?
Pretty much.
Getting your flow going?
Yeah. And I got, I'm recently married. So I basically got, well, thank you, brother. I got boring whenever I got into a relationship, so I didn't tour for a second, either. So it was a little before COVID too, probably. Like I just kind of just hung around in the same city for the first time in a while,
Yeah. I mean, did you find yourself just more relaxed though during all that? Just not trying to be funny and not touring and just.
I doubled down on podcasts and just been killing it on guests. I've been getting a lot of rock stars and a lot of like huge people on my show. COVID kind of picked up. I mean, I had a lot of shit happen. I mean, my mom got kind of sick too, where I almost like, oh man, I need to work really hard to not think about this. You know what I mean? So I started getting a bunch of like people on,
Well, it seems like that was the norm, obviously during COVID, is that other people were just getting after the podcast just because they couldn't do anything else like stand up. I know like Bert Kreischer, I saw him do a couple of those drive-in shows. I don't know if you followed that, but other than that, yeah, I mean, it was podcasters where most comedians were making their money there, from what I understand.
Yeah, no, so I built up big here. Like I got we had like Tommy Chong on. We had like last episode was like Smash Mouth. The one before that was like a dude from Pro. I mean, it took a huge gain this last year because I had nothing else to do, so I focused on it. And like I said, like my mom got kind of sick to where I was like, to not think about that, I had to talk to Tommy Chong. You know what I mean? I do things like that to get my adrenaline going, to not fucking think about terrible shit happening.
For sure.
It was like a weird escape.
Yeah. I mean, so how long have you been podcasting? Was that for a year now for COVID or longer?
Well, a little bit longer than that. Successfully about a year. But like forever. I mean, I had a radio show first, and we were on afternoon shows, and then like a Texas radio station, and I'm out of Missouri. But we did that, and then we went to morning show really fast because we're the only people that had good guests. Like I had like Jordan Belfort and like Sublime and like all these big guests and shit. And we went straight to morning radio, and then we started making fun of all the DJs because I thought it was funny. Like they tried to make fun of us first, like out of like some like just whatever joke, and like, and I just kept roasting them, and I asked like a question. I was like, "What's the best song to kill yourself to?" And like ran like a poll for it, and like everybody got pissed off. And, like it was just a dumb joke, but like everybody just got pissed off, and like I got fired, rehired, and then eventually just fired. And then I was just like, all right, I'm gonna start a podcast and just work for myself because I won't fire me,
Well, working for yourself is just so much better anyways, just right? Because you can do it, everything the way you want it to be done. You can work when you want to. You don't have nobody in the background. Obviously, just saying like, oh, Anthony, you shouldn't have said it that way probably. Well, you should have did it this way. So, yeah. I mean,
it's a lot better. Yeah, it's definitely a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. But so you started. You said you're from Missouri, and you were doing it out of your house, and it was a Texas radio station.
Yeah. I record like this or something, and then like just you'd be in on Texas radio, yeah, and then like apps and all that stuff.
What is it? Just you just say a few words for a minute, then all of a sudden play a song, and then go back to it.
Yeah,
it's one of those.
Yeah, where I'd be like, oh, I'm really sorry you guys have to hear this song, and like whatever, it was like an alt rock station or some shit. I was like, oh, sorry about that song, guys.
Was that the type of music when you said you were trying you thought about being a rock star at one point? What type of music were you trying to get into?
Punk. I tried to play punk music. I was really into that.
Okay.
As a kid, but like I was in bad. Like, how old are you?
35.
I'm the same age, so we're in the same generation.
Oh,
okay.
86.
So when we were 21, like basically, you couldn't like music didn't sell. There's nothing to really do to make money off of. I mean, we didn't have it figured out then. I mean, excuse me, we have music a little more figured out now, but I mean, there was no industry. Nobody was going platinum. We're all trying to figure it out. No one was buying CDs. So I mean, it was the worst time to ever start a band, really, too. For me, anyway. I mean, there's some successful people that blew up off stuff, but it wasn't me. And like, and I just kind of like gave up on that shit and like worked in other shit, like try to make movies and try to like do comedy, try to do other shit, try to be a writer too. Just keep getting blacklisted.
Well, I mean, I like it that you just went down every avenue almost trying to figure out or trying to get into almost every part of media. It seems like movies, music, podcasting. You were on the radio. I mean, how'd you start with the get into acting?
I annoyed one of my favorite filmmakers, Uwe Boll. I fucking annoyed him. I mean, he made Rampage, and I love that movie. And I annoyed him to be in Rampage 2, and he's like, no. Excuse me. He's like, no. And then like I annoyed him to be in Rampage 3, and he's like, okay.
Just so, fuck it. I did watch it. I watched the first Rampage the other day.
Yeah, I'm in the third one. Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was on Netflix, and I was like, oh, I'll check it out, see what we're talking about here. So,
yeah. No, I love that kind of like, I love that story. I thought it was such a good movie. I annoyed that guy to be in his movie. Well,
I mean, it's pretty badass to be in a movie. And you're also in another one, Planet Ape or Psycho 8? Psycho 8.
No, it's a parody of a bunch of those movies though. So it's funny you said that. Yeah, no, it's like an ape movie parody, a horror film, low budget kind of thing, and it's killing it right now. It's on Amazon, but it's like winning a bunch of awards and all. Every day the director's like posting some new award it's won. It's fucking weird.
Well, how does that work? I mean, just because you're part of the movie, is the director like calling you up saying, "Hey, we're getting a bunch of views like on this," or is it?
Well, my buddy Greg's one of the directors, and then like the other director's Addison, and Addison, he's on my Facebook, so I'll just like see him. Like, I just shared something he posted earlier. He's bragging about winning some other award. I'm like, holy fuck! It's literally just like killing it. Award. It's probably won like 200 fucking awards.
Fuck.
No, I know, it's crazy.
Well, that's pretty impressive, dude. I didn't expect that. I should have watched that one then instead of Rampage.
yeah, I had it's pretty good. I'm only in the opening scene. I play two characters in the opening scene, but it's a pretty unique movie, you know.
Well, how was shooting that movie though? I mean, were you there for just a couple of days? You said just the opening scenes, or
I think I was there a week or something like that, or maybe a little under. And yeah, I was there for the opening scene of the movie, and like when they shot that, I think they shot in New York first, and I met him in Detroit. I ate a bunch of edibles and rode the train to Detroit.
How'd that go, dude?
I lost my seat a couple times grabbing snacks, but outside of that, it was pretty good.
Nice. I mean, is that a normal thing for you? You just wanted to do it to ride the train, or is that just kind of how you get in relaxed state, or?
I didn't want to drive, man. Okay. I was just like, this is so far. I'm like, I didn't want to fly. I didn't want to drive. I was like, I took a train from St. Louis to Chicago, then Chicago to Detroit.
So I had another guest on. I don't know how many episodes it goes, but we were talking about Stephen King, and we were talking about how when he wrote Cujo, it said that he doesn't remember writing it just because he was either drunk or cocaine or whatever drugs he was doing at the same time. So when you said you used to write for your jokes and stuff, I mean, do you like alter your mind by a few edibles there and just to see what you can write, or?
Oh yeah, no, I get super fucked up, man. It just depends on the situation. Sometimes I get fucked up. Sometimes I just do it sober. It just depends on
Is it one of those things like you do it while you're intoxicated or whatever you want to call it, and then edit while you're sober, or vice versa? Or?
Yeah, like Hemingway, right? Yeah, Hemingway used to say that. Yeah. No, it depends, man. Like sometimes I'll just eat edibles and just start roasting people, and just because it makes me laugh, Other times, I have to do it because I told people I talk into a microphone at this time,
Yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, you said your shit's growing pretty big, so I mean that's got to be some kind of good formula that's working.
Well, it took forever, man. Like, I mean, I'm 35 right now. It took forever. I mean, I've been saying the same shit since I was 19, probably, man. Like it took a long time to get any kind of anything going on,
Was that just the power of the internet? I mean, 19? I mean, we were, what was that, 2004 or 5 or so?
Yeah. No, I
Facebook wasn't even around.
Yeah, it wasn't successful, at least. Yeah, like MySpace was the shit then, on YouTube and stuff. Like,
is that when YouTube came around? I don't remember.
Yeah, right around that time. It was like Times Person of the Year was like you, because you could be on YouTube and shit. It was a big 2005 was a big deal.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
That's when it first all started coming around, no, I kind of saw that window, and I had some mild success in like being young, and I had a direct to source film contract, but I partied too much, so I never even made that movie. I was just an idiot that just like partied too much, and I still am now, but now I work a lot too, But it's just like I didn't have that ethic back in the day. So I ruined like a direct to source film contract when I was 21. I would have had another movie, even if I finished that movie,
Yeah. Well, I mean, objectively speaking, I mean, just there's not many people at 19, I mean, who has that type of work ethic. I mean, they're just like kind of what you're saying. Like even, for me, like that was probably college times for me too. And the only thing I really cared about was just, what are we doing after classes and stuff, and go, where are we going tonight, boys, and all that. But yeah, I mean, but if you could change your mind though, go back then and just give you the same drive that you have now, like you said, you just went hard on podcasting. I mean,
or something. Yeah, no, I didn't really realize podcasts were the thing. I mean, it's definitely become one of the biggest marketing vehicles for myself now, as the show's doing pretty good. But it's just like, I mean, it's just, I never would have thought. I mean, the podcast is probably the dumbest thing I do, but it does the best,
Well, I mean, that's just, I mean,
it's fun though, but
it's fun. Yeah. But it doesn't, a lot of the most successful ones, I mean, other than those crime it's like there's Joe Rogan, then a bunch of crime documentaries, and then it just, or whatever crime serial ones, and then just kind of go down the list from there. But those are the top 3. But yeah, I mean, you find your niche, you have a good time, you connect with people like you and I are doing right now, and just enjoy it, man. I mean,
No, yeah, it's definitely the most fun job I've ever had. I just never thought that was an avenue. I mean, this wasn't really. This was called radio when I was a kid. So I mean, I guess I got mildly into radio, but it's just weird that this is a thing that works. It's just weird.
Do you think just because of COVID that people needed something playing in the background, or it was just nice to being in quarantine? That's nice to hear other people talking and have a conversation, somewhat, and that's why maybe it took off a little bit more. Or
I think a lot of things happen. I think running for office helped. I think getting bigger guests helped. I think people being at their house a lot helped. I think me being able to take the time, being home, not having to be in college, not having to be at work, not having to be whatever, and just focusing on this nonstop rather than rather than doing a bunch. Because it was so split before. Like I would be doing something for 20 hours, another thing for 20 hours. It would just be so. I'd do a podcast, but I mean, if you listen to early episodes of the show, it's bullshit. You can't even understand what anybody's saying. Everybody's talking over each other. It's such fucking dog shit, man. but we had big guests the whole time, which is the weird part. I mean, but the guests have been getting consistently bigger, it seems like, and they're sharing them now, which is new. It used to just, it used to just be like, oh, I have this band on. They didn't give a fuck, I'm just in the rotation. But now they're sharing it on their social media and shit. It's getting a lot more views. It's getting crazy, to be honest with you, man.
Is it almost overwhelming?
At times, yeah, because I mean, today I had a time, I moved this podcast here today, and then I had an interview, Candlebox, one of my favorite bands as a kid. I interviewed the singer, and that was 3 p.m. today, and I'm like, oh fuck, I mean, I gotta be on then, and then be on at 9 o'clock my time, and then it's and that's kind of spread out. And last night I had to be on from 9 o'clock to fucking 3 in the mornings. I just kept doing sets, rotating with people and shit, so it's it's just a lot of work, but it's way better than a cubicle,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just sitting under fluorescent lights and sitting in a small square. Yeah, people go mental doing that. So when you're prepared for your shows, I mean, do you do a lot of? You said you had Candlestick on earlier. Or do you research a lot, or do you just kind of just wing it?
Oh, I both really. It depends on the guest. This lady, I have this lady named Mary on soon that she worked for Stratton Oakmont, which is where the Wolf of Wall Street's company was. She worked for his company, and she wants questions ahead of time. That's not normally how I work, but I mean, in a situation like that where a guest is really interesting, I may just write some bullshit up and then just do whatever I want whenever
sure.
the show's on.
Yeah, I kind of feel like because at one point, with my show, I mean, obviously I haven't had anybody that big on here, but just if I'm researching, I feel like that takes away my curiosity and I won't be able to ask a question because I already know the answer to it almost, and just that was already
that's hilarious. No, it's true. That's exactly how I view it. I've never heard someone else say that though, but that's totally true. That's what because that's how you relate to I mean, you should ask questions you want to know. I mean, that listeners may not know, and I mean, there's already a Howard Stern and an Ardbar that knows everything about the guest. Sure. I mean, there's already a guy like that, and we're not going to compete with those guys. That's all they do. They're fucking losers that do nothing else,
Yeah.
But it's just to be honest, we're yeah, no, it's just good because the average person listening doesn't know shit either, So just like us, they're basically just like us,
Exactly. I mean, that's how I always viewed it. Just because it's oh yeah, I didn't know shit about anything. What is the Ozark girl? I don't know shit about fuck or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So and that's how I always felt. But yeah, and it was more authentic to me instead of just going down of rehearsed questions and just asking the same ones, and then that person, the interviewee, I guess, has the same answer for every single one. It's just man, that just sounds rehearsed. So,
yeah.
When I was wanted to do this, it's man, just two people sitting at a bar, and I think that's a quote though. Who do you want to have a beer with?
Right.
And talk with. So, but yeah, man, yeah, I'm glad you related to on that one. That was cool, man.
I think it's a good point, man.
I like their sunglasses, by the way, dude.
Thanks, thanks, bro.
Is that a normal thing? You just rock them?
Yeah, it's bright out here.
Do you wear them when you're doing your comedy too?
Sometimes it depends. It's usually late at night, so no. But it just depends. It's bright in this fucking room, and all these fucking UV lights from the fucking computer screens and shit.
Nice. So
I'm trying to go blind.
Were you always in Missouri? Is that where you were born and bred at?
Yeah. I'm from O'Fallon, Missouri, about 30 minutes outside of St. Louis. Now I'm in St. Louis. I'm in a bunch of places now, but
yeah. So, I mean, you said you're building a bus or whatever, right? So you're gonna start traveling around and staying in that, man. That's
Yeah, yeah. It's I call it my no rent machine. You know, I won't have to pay rent or mortgage or anything. Just like live in a bus and like travel and make people pay me money to talk to a microphone. You know.
Yeah. So is your wife want to go with you?
Yeah, yeah. No, she's like somehow like my mom always makes fun of me. She's like, I can't believe you found somebody that wants to do this with you.
Is she into comedy as much as you are and acting and everything, or she's just kind of?
She's a school teacher,
Okay.
but she produced one of the films I worked on that I'm working on right now too. So I mean, she's been involved in some of it, you know.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Uh, yeah, man. I mean, just sounds like you got a lot going on. I mean, how do you budget your time? Just being a get it, podcasting, being trying to act, and also doing your comedy. Now you're a husband. Do you have kids? I mean.
No, not legitimately.
Okay, I mean, do you just feel like, how do you budget your time? How do you keep everything going all at once? I mean,
I don't really. I just, yeah, it's kind of chaotic, man. Like like last night, it was fucking crazy. I was up till like 3 a.m. out doing jokes and stuff. And then I come back and I'm like, I crash till like fucking 10 and I have to do all this other shit. You know, it's fucking just never ending work, to be honest, but it's worth it though. Like it has its perks and like it's way better than like I would always wonder what it was like if I didn't chase it, you know?
I mean, do you like that? Just always like, because I'm that type of person. Like I'm very task oriented, so always, and if I don't have something to do, I tend to find myself getting bored and just almost like just my mind just kind of goes crazy, I guess you could say. And
I like doing both, man. I like working really hard, then I like fucking laying around for 3 days. You know, I like doing both, man. I can just like do nothing after just doing a bunch of things. You know, I like. But yeah, I will get bored if I don't do something soon, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of my thing is that, like, all right, I know that, tomorrow I can get all X said thing done or whatever, but I know tonight I can watch 2 hours of Netflix and everything will be okay, So I've been watching this, speaking of Netflix, on Hulu, Reservation Dogs. You checked that out yet?
I haven't.
It's pretty badass, man. I thought it was, supposed to be like kind of a spinoff of Reservoir Dogs, but, I guess that's kind of where they got it from, but it's completely different what I was expecting. So
it's awesome, man. Yeah, no, I haven't watched anything in a while. I got a Nintendo Switch, and I've been playing video games on my only downtime.
Oh yeah, what are you playing? What are you playing?
I've been murdering children at Fortnite, and I got this new golf game. I haven't opened it yet. It's like a PGA golf game. Then I got like Mario Kart. I've been playing Mario Kart Ellis.
You can't fuck with Mario Kart hard, man.
Yeah, and I love the handheld device, man. It's just fucking way more fun, you know. And I don't have to like do all this shit with an Xbox, be in front of TV. I can just take it anywhere and like be in a fucking park playing, you know. And I take my router with me, and I could have like it's basically a cell phone, you know. So I just like hotspot my phone and fucking play online anywhere, you know.
How's the Fortnite going, man? I did that I played for a while there for about maybe 6 months or so. Then I just got too frustrated all the time, but.
I'm really good at Fortnite.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm really good actually. I'm so good that I played squads with my my wife, and she's really bad at the game, and we got first place both times. I'm that good.
Okay. Okay, bro.
Carrying her through through that round as well. You know, I don't think she shot one person in 2 games, and we still got first place. So.
Dude, yeah, like me and a couple of guys I work out with, yeah, we were playing with like we get home from the gym and just play Fortnite for a couple hours, and I was getting wrecked all the time, and I was like, I can't do this. I was getting so fucking mad, man. I was like, fuck this.
What do you play it on?
PS4 at the time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I played on Xbox and I played on Nintendo Switch. But, I'm fucking awesome at it, man. I win most of the games I'll play, but the problem is if I get too cocky, I start fucking them up. Like I'll win when then I'll take a break for like 5 minutes and play again, so I keep winning. But if I go right into it afterwards, I'm like, I get like 45th place or some shit the next game, you know? Like it was like first place and like 50th place, then first place. It was like all over. But if I space myself, I play a game and then stop for like I said, 5-15 minutes like that, and then play again. I'll keep getting first place every time.
That's pretty badass. I mean, at one point, it was one of the biggest games out there. I mean, it still is?
It's in the top 3, I'd say. I mean, I think Apex Legends is up there right now too, and some other games.
You're right. I forgot about Apex.
People get on like Halo, and people are still playing Grand Theft Auto 5 online, man.
I don't get it, man, because I jumped on there a while back and just got murked everywhere, and it was just because I had no money again and stuff. But yeah, that game is still fucking alive, and it blows my mind.
That's what I mean. There's just an online community for it. I mean, so it's same with Fortnite. They'll probably never go away with Fortnite. I mean, maybe it will eventually, but they keep doing updates, man. It's a game that keeps going, and it may not be the biggest game right now, but it's definitely one of them. You know.
Well, yeah, I mean, they keep, like you said, they keep doing updates, and they keep bringing in, I guess, new pop culture icons as playable characters, and I mean, they got a winning system, man.
They do, and it's just a fun game, man. It's just like it really is a competition against like whoever's on the whatever 100 people said yes to that at the time, and it's a battle of like willpower, you know, and who can like maintain, who can fight or hide or defend themselves or fight the best. You know, it's like hide and seek with guns, you know.
Yeah, I mean, who was it? Ninja. He made that game pretty popular too, just because he was one of the biggest streamers right there at one point, and I guess he still is. I mean, I haven't kept up with it in a while. I fell off the.
Yeah, I can't name another streamer. So I mean, he probably, you know, it's like. I mean, they exist, but I mean, he's definitely the biggest.
Well, no, there was one more. Not Doctor Death. He got banned though from Twitch. Speaking of getting banned, Doctor something. I don't know. He wears sunglasses. Got like a mullet haircut. Anyway, he's pretty. He was cool. He used to play that game a lot. But I'm on that. Speaking of Xbox and stuff, and golf. This is not. It's sports. I'm on that 2K22 grind right now, so
nice.
Dude, I jumped back on that game. And have you ever been
basketball game?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I bought the golf game because it's cheaper, but I'm buying basketball next for sure.
Dude, run with me on that. We'll throw down. That's been my shit here the last few weeks since it came.
What do you play that on?
I'm on Xbox, the Series.
Okay.
I got a Series X, so when we get off the air, we'll give out our handles.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not on it. I travel a bunch, so I'm playing on my Nintendo Switch, but that might be cross-platform.
Yeah. They do have a cross-platform versions of it, so
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, no, I'd play that. I have an Xbox, but it's like like I said, I'm always like traveling now, so I've just been playing Nintendo Switch, man. Like,
have you ever been really addicted? I mean, as far as video game addiction or anything addicted to something?
Crack and killing hookers. I used to be. No, I'm just joking. But
GTA style.
Straight up murdering hookers. I'm addicted to it. I can't stop. No, but no, for real. I think in all seriousness, video games, man. I used to play video games forever. I have to like stop playing because like I used to play like when I was like a little fat kid, man. I was like 14 or some shit. I'd play like Age of Empires for like 3 days in a row, and I'm like, holy fuck! It's been like every time I look at the clock, I'm like, it's been 18 hours. What?
So you're one of those guys, huh?
I lost a lot of time to that. No, I stopped myself before I became that guy because it happened like 3 or 4 times. And I'm like, I can't play this game anymore. Well, I don't want to just.
You actually realized you were doing it, though. You were actually.
Yeah.
To yourself. Damn. I've heard of people with that with World of Warcraft.
Yeah, it's the same concept. I just played Age of Empires. It's the same thing, basically. It's like I just like saw my time being wasted. I'm like, oh man, I got to do other shit with my life, you know?
Yeah, you can actually put. I mean, a lot of people say that video games is a waste of time, and I mean, there's a couple different arguments with that. That you get enjoyment out of it, but if it gets to a point, kind of what you were just saying, is that oh man, you're not doing anything else but that playing games, and it's ruined other aspects of your life. Then I guess that's when it becomes a problem.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Now I'm so scheduled, bro. Like, I mean, I have to do so much stuff. Like, I have to be out of this Airbnb tomorrow at like 10. So I'm already. You know what I mean? I can't even sleep in if I wanted to tomorrow. So it's like. I just have so many things I have to do. I mean, then I could probably play. I mean, I got to pack up tonight probably, but I could probably play maybe an hour or two of a game, you know?
Sure.
I can't play. I don't have the time to fucking do 8 hours right now. So I'm constantly doing shit, you know? It's like I got a full schedule. I got to go back out. I got to drive an hour and a half tomorrow to start building my bus again, you know?
Yeah.
And I got all my appliances in. I got everything but the oven right now. So I'm just I got to do all that. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't really get a break, really. Like I'm not like 16 where I can just fucking lay around all day and no one depends on me, you know?
So you're building this bus completely by yourself. We're kind of switching gears here. No pun intended there. But, so yeah, you're doing this all by yourself. I mean,
yeah. Well, my wife, me and my wife and I are doing it. And then like, we've had a couple people help, like our nephews, help tear out the seats because they got these tiny hands that can get around stuff that I couldn't get. And they did help a little bit. And like, and there's been a couple people like my brother-in-law, he's putting in the water tanks underneath it and stuff. So, I mean, there's definitely been some outside help, but mostly us doing the demo and the build and all that. We did the flooring, the painting, the framing of the bed so far. And then we're getting the appliances in now, like the washer dryer in one unit, the the sink, all the stuff, the toilet. We already have all the stuff. Now we're going to frame that around it. Just now that we have it to scale, you know.
Well, how are you doing this? I mean, have you just always been a handyman from coming out the womb and just with a hammer start building shit, or is you just go?
No, not at all. Quite the opposite. Like I basically this is the only time in my life I've been away from a computer screen long enough to fucking do something. It's like, it feels good to like put down the fucking phone and grab a hammer sometimes, you know, just like build something. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on. I'm kind of just teaching myself how to do it.
Yeah, a little YouTube university right there, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. That's what gave me the idea originally, because I was like, man, it'd be really. We were talking about it because like our lease was ending, maybe last October or something. I think it was. So our lease was ending, and we're like, you know what? I don't really want to fucking like do this forever and make other people rich, you know. So I was like trying to figure out a way where like now my boss can be a podcast studio. It's got a full kitchen. It's got all this different stuff. A giant king size bed. I mean, it's really a place to relax. I'll be out everywhere else the rest of the time. You know, I could be like, then we'll get Airbnbs every time to time. I mean, that's what we're doing right now. We just got married like last month. So we're just getting Airbnbs until our bus is done, you know. So we're just in random places and don't really have to clean up after ourselves right now, you know.
Is this like an old school bus, like an actual yellow school bus, or?
Yeah, it's a yellow school bus. 2004. This year I graduated high school, so it's like kind of funny. It's the same year.
Same.
Yeah, we're the same age. It's funny.
Oh man. So, is it hard to drive one of those damn things?
Oh, I mean, it
Just
seems
'cause
like
it's
it's
so long.
It seems like there's gonna be a learning curve, but my wife's from a really small town, and she asked the local bus drivers in that town to teach us how to drive the school buses that we have. So we're gonna like once it's completely done, we're gonna take like some take some practice rides with them, get some notes and stuff, and then like she's like I said, she's a teacher, so until probably May or so, we'll be staying in like campgrounds within like a 40-mile radius of her school.
Okay.
Like campgrounds, Cracker Barrels, fucking like boondocking off people's land, whatever the fuck. We're going on an adventure locally first, and then by May we're gonna go across the United States, whatever the fuck, if there's still a United States, and you know, we're gonna just travel a bunch and go wherever the hell we want, you know.
What is your goal to hit at least the 48 states, or?
I've been to most of them already, but the goal is just kind of fucking go somewhere. I could just set up in Florida, you know. I could go set up wherever, just like have a house, you know. I kind of enjoy my summer like that, you know. I kind of work hard during the spring and fall and winter and stuff, and then just fucking chill all summer, you know.
Nice. I mean, so as far as food and stuff goes, I mean, you gonna like try to hunt, or what are you gonna do, man? That's
where it's gonna go. I think we have an Iceco fridge, two different temperature controls, like a cooler kind of shape, and I'll probably meal prep some soups and easy shit to make like that. But hunting and fishing is probably where it's gonna go, so I don't have to. But like I said, I'm kind of a tech guy, so I have to like learn how to fillet fish and stuff like that. Which I mean, I got the general idea, but I want to have people like actually show me and stuff. And like, and because I don't want to pay for food, especially in this economy. I'm not going to get a vaccine, so I mean, I may have to resort to hunting and fishing just not to get the mark of the fucking beast, you know.
Dude, well, one thing this year that I decided to do is actually I've never shot a bow before, and I actually tried. Well, I bought a bow, so I go in my backyard and shoot here from time to time, and started to like, you know, do a little compound bow hunting in the backyard there, and because you know at one point I was like, man, what do the fucking grocery stores go out? You know, what am I going to fucking do?
Yeah, and you want to be stocked up before then. You know, you want a generator, you want fucking a bunch of shit. You know, fridges and freezers full of fucking meat, deer meat, and whatever the fuck else you have. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's basically all that's around here is just deer and squirrels are in my area. But I mean, where
are you at?
Where am I at?
Yeah.
Virginia. About 2 hours north of Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't know if that helps.
Okay.
Like right there.
What part of Virginia are you in?
So Southwest Virginia. Do you ever heard of Virginia Tech?
Yeah.
I'm like 10 minutes from there, maybe 15.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, I know exactly where you're at. I've been through there actually. It's cool.
Yeah. So it's like right there, all mountains. It's right there in the Appalachian Mountains. So
yeah, are those purple mountains, or is that West Virginia? West Virginia has purple mountains, right?
I'm literally I don't even know how far from the state line. So they probably have purple. You know, that's
beautiful. I remember coming through there, and I always try to take pictures of it, and like it never does it justice. It looks so fucking cool, and then I'm trying to take a picture and send it to somebody. I'm like, look at this, and it just looks stupid as fuck.
Yeah, dude. Anytime you try to take a picture on your phones and stuff, and you're just like, fuck. So
yeah, that part of the world's fucking beautiful, man. Like it's Virginia's its own thing. You really feel America started from that part of America.
Yeah, like especially especially when you're in my area. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but yeah, sorry.
No,
Like you have like DC, which most people like consider Virginia and Maryland, but then like if you go south of that, it's all country land. So
yeah. No, you can really feel America was born there, man. So it's got a good vibe. I like that area.
yeah, I mean, especially where I grew up. I mean, I grew up in a town with no stoplights. It was all farmland. I mean, around me it was just all straight cornfields, and yeah, like just me getting to my high school, like you and I were talking about, just 20 minutes roughly on a school bus, going down the mountain. So
Oh wow.
yeah, and my high school was actually, we didn't have middle school. It was 8th through 12th at mine. So
That's crazy.
So yeah, well, I don't know if it was crazy or not, but anyway, it got me here, I guess. So
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, we'll take it home on that, man. We're here. We did some things. We talked. We spoke. Anthony, if you want to throw out, if anybody wants to talk to you more and find out who you are, find out your comedy, let them know.
I don't want anybody else getting a hold of me. I'm actually tired of people trying to contact me
fine.
and add me on just don't add me on social media or anything like that. If you want to relive the experience, start this episode over and then play again and kind of just relive what we had happening here.
Good deal. That's good with me, man. Well, again, let's take it home. I appreciate you doing this with me, man. It was a good time. You're a bad motherfucker, dude.
No, likewise, man. I appreciate you having me on. It's a pleasure to be on your show. You got a cool thing going, and I hope you keep killing it, man.
Oh, we appreciate that a lot, man. That means a lot. So, again, Anthony, awesome time. People, take care of yourself and all that good stuff. See you later. We're out.